Dustin Henderson is the heart of Stranger Things, the kid who always has a smile, the one who cracks jokes when everyone else is terrified, the optimist who holds the party together when everything falls apart. But season 4 broke him. Eddie Munson died in his arms, and for the first time in the entire show, Dustin stopped smiling. And here's what nobody's talking about. Optimists don't know how to grieve. Because they've spent their whole lives convincing everyone, including themselves, that everything will be okay. But when it's not okay, when someone actually dies, they don't have the tools to process it. And Dustin? He's drowning. Let me explain. Season 1. Dustin is the comic relief. He's the kid with the lisp and the missing teeth. The one who gets bullied but never lets it break him. He finds Dart. He names a Demogorgon like it's a pet. He makes jokes about the upside down while everyone else is panicking. And that's his role. The optimist. The one who lightens the mood. The glue that keeps the party from falling apart. But here's the thing about optimists. They're not happy because life is easy. They're happy because they choose to be. Because the alternative is too painful. Dustin doesn't have a dad. His mom is overprotective. He's bullied at school. He's the underdog. But instead of becoming bitter, he becomes the kid everyone loves. He makes people laugh. He lifts them up. Because if he can make other people happy, maybe he won't have to deal with his own pain. This is called defensive optimism. It's when you use positivity as a shield, not because you're naive, but because you're protecting yourself. And Dustin, he's been doing it his whole life. Season 2, Dustin meets Steve, and everything changes. Because Steve isn't just a friend. He's the older brother Dustin never had. Steve teaches him how to do his hair, drives him to the snowball, treats him like an equal. And for Dustin, that validation is everything. Because Steve sees him, not as the nerdy kid, not as the comic relief, but as someone worth respecting. And that's what Dustin's been searching for his whole life. Someone who believes in him. Season 3. Dustin comes back from camp. He built a radio tower. He has a girlfriend. He's excited to tell everyone. But nobody cares. Mike and Lucas are too busy with their girlfriends. Will is too hurt by being ignored. Max is dealing with Billy. And Dustin? He's crushed. But does he show it? No. He makes jokes. He teams up with Steve and Robin. He saves the day. He keeps smiling. Because that's what he does. He buries the pain and keeps everyone else happy. But inside, he's starting to crack. Season 4. Eddie Munson enters Dustin's life. And for the first time, Dustin finds someone who gets him. Eddie is a metalhead, an outcast, a freak. Just like Dustin. They play D&D together. They talk about music. Eddie calls him Big Boy and treats him like a little brother. And Dustin? He looks up to Eddie the same way he looked up to Steve. Eddie represents everything Dustin wants to be. Confident, unapologetic, free. And when Eddie is accused of murder, Dustin doesn't hesitate. He believes him. He hides him. He fights for him. Because that's what Dustin does. He shows up for the people he loves. Then, the final battle happens. Eddie stays behind to distract the demo bats. Dustin begs him not to. He says we need to stick together. But Eddie smiles. He says, I didn't run this time. And he goes out as a hero. Dustin finds him dying, covered in blood, barely breathing. And Eddie says, I think I just killed myself, man. Dustin is crying. He says, no, you didn't. You're gonna be fine. But Eddie isn't fine. He dies in Dustin's arms. And for the first time in the entire show, Dustin breaks. He doesn't make a joke. He doesn't smile. He just screams. And that scream is everything Dustin has been holding in for 4 seasons. The pain, the fear, the loneliness. All of it comes out in that moment. Because Eddie's death isn't just about losing a friend. It's about losing hope. Dustin's entire identity is built on believing things will be okay. That if you keep fighting, you'll win. That the good guys always survive. But Eddie didn't survive. He died a hero, and nobody will ever know. The town still thinks he's a murderer, Dustin can't even tell people the truth. And that's the cruelest part. Eddie sacrificed everything, and the world will never see him the way Dustin does. Now let's talk about the psychology of grief for optimists. Most people think optimists handle loss better. They don't. They handle it worse. Because optimists aren't used to sitting in darkness, they're used to finding the light. But when someone dies, there is no light, there's just absence. And Dustin doesn't know how to live in that absence. He spent his whole life making other people feel better. But who makes him feel better? Steve tries. But Steve doesn't understand. He didn't know Eddie the way Dustin did. The party is there, but they're dealing with their own trauma. Max is in a coma. Lucas is broken. Will is connected to Vecna. 11 lost her powers. Everyone is falling apart. And Dustin? He's the one who's supposed to hold them together. But he can't, because he's falling apart too. This is called complicated grief. It's when loss doesn't just hurt, it changes you. Dustin isn't the optimist anymore. He's the kid who watched his hero die, and he can't smile his way out of that. So here's my Season 5 prediction. Dustin won't be the comic relief anymore. He'll be angry, bitter, serious. He'll stop making jokes. He'll stop being the glue. Because grief doesn't make you stronger. It makes you different. And Dustin? He's different now. He'll probably throw himself into the fight. Not because he believes they'll win, but because he has nothing left to lose. And when the final battle comes, Dustin will be the one willing to sacrifice himself. Because he thinks that's what heroes do. They die. Just like Eddie. But here's the twist. Steve or someone else will stop him. They'll remind him that Eddie didn't die so Dustin could throw his life away. Eddie died so Dustin could live. And that's the lesson Dustin needs to learn. That grief doesn't mean giving up. It means carrying someone with you. Eddie isn't gone. He's in every joke Dustin makes, every D&D campaign, every moment of bravery. Eddie lives through Dustin. And if Dustin can realize that, then maybe he'll smile again. Not because everything is okay, but because he's honoring the person who made him believe things could be okay. So here's the truth about Dustin Henderson. He's not the optimist who never breaks. He's the optimist who breaks and has to figure out how to rebuild. And that's the hardest thing of all. Because it's easy to smile when life is good. But smiling after loss? That's real strength. And Dustin? He's stronger than he knows. He just has to survive the grief first.